Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you today. Now, today's readings is about blocks. Now, the thing about blocks is these cards are beautiful. The card is love. There's the card Creator Fire, and then there's the card You Are Living Poetry. For me, these are not blocks. These are all really wonderful things. But I feel right away when I saw these cards and looked at them, the only thing that came through my mind is that you may be hard to convince. In other words, this is what makes up who you are. However, sometimes in your lives, maybe now, maybe before, this has maybe not always been the case where you are feeling this. And you are this, okay? You have to know that. A lot of the times we are, I'm going to find the word love here. I love the way it says something, I had found it, but the fan blew it over. And it says, the spirit of this card is determined by the context of the situation. And the context is, if love is a block, because today is about blocks, then that means you're having a hard time receiving or giving love, or both, okay? It says, I shall refrain from making any further comments except true love is unconditional and unlimited. And I like that. It's like telling you, it's okay, Pisces. You really should open up to love. So open yourself up to love, okay? Today, shine, let it shine. And how do you do that? Creator Fire. It's embracing the fire in you. I already told you that this was going to be happening. I keep repeating it over and over again. That fire is definitely one of the things that you I'm going to just look for the Creator Fire. This is one of the things that is going to be part of your whole, or part of your makeup in the years that follow. We have been going with the flow, but we haven't been showing our shine and sparkle. And that's so important right now. And when you do, when you allow yourself to believe in yourself, people do open up to you. Okay? It's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think. Okay? So fire is connected to your passion and your enthusiastic energy. And I feel that's it. That's the enthusiastic part. You have to wake it up if it's not been woken already. Okay? It's the present of it's the zest and the impulsiveness and the spontaneity. It's having joy, finding joy in the moments. Okay? It's intense creativity. And believe it or not, it helps with your rebirth. It helps with the destruction of things that you don't want and the rebirth of things that you do. It has an important part to play in your life. What can fire teach you about right now? What can it help you? Okay? What can it show you about your passions and your desires? And what's yet to come? Is there something that needs to be burned down so that it can be brought back up again? Okay, so that it can rise? Oh, this phone. I wish I would remember. I'm going to put a reminder to shut it up so that I don't have any disturbance. There you go, Pisces. What does the intensity of your creative flame whisper to you right now? Is your creative force being stoked and tended? Okay? So, it's to recapture your passion. You are living poetry, and I always hear poetry in motion, and that makes me feel like the ebb and flow of everything, Pisces. This card makes me feel, just the blue color of it makes me feel like that, okay? I do feel like it's more like you going, well, I don't know if that's how I feel, or that I don't know if that's my essence. But it is. I think the fire that's coming in is going to put you back into your loving self and help you get into your full creative flow. Okay? So that you can find your own brand of who you are and how you're going to express yourself. But you need that fire. You do need that fire, Pisces. Because allowed to just sit there, we'll just float. Pisces will just be happy to float in that one area, in that safe spot. And this is for, you need to go out there. You need to shine who you are. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of people saying, I don't agree with you. It's fine. Let them disagree. You will find there are a lot more people that agree with who you are and what you want in life if you shine your fire and your own special brand, okay? You have a certain unique rhythmic nature reflects a soul story, a resonance, and a signature of verses that is all your own. I mean, you can't, that is beautiful. You have something to share that is so authentically you, but yet you're blocking it. And we have to look at this. We have to get rid of these and we have to go. You have to get over your fear. Okay? As the breathing, moving, changing expression of the divine, how are you showing up in your own story? How do you express yourself in the world? Allows you, your energetic light to shine fully. Shine, the word, there it is. It's saying it in this card right here. Sparkle and shine. It's for you to do it these upcoming months. Okay, work on that. Work on you. Understand your gifts, your ballad, your song. Share it. Transform it. Okay? In the radiant poem of your life, it's who you are and how you heal yourself and the world around you that matters. It really is. If you don't have a definition for yourself, create one. And if you need to change that as it goes, do that as well. Don't get stuck by what society thinks. Over the weekend, I was questioned by somebody who asked me what I did. I was with friends, and this stranger came in. They were friends of theirs, but I wasn't friends with them. And my friend, of course, goes, oh, she is such a great spiritual person. And when I was questioned on what I did, I explained that I come here, talk to Pisces, and she was very curious. She asked a lot of questions, and at the beginning I thought she's being skeptic. And I felt myself going, oh, I'm dealing with somebody who doesn't believe in anything. And finally, Pisces, after about 3 or 4 minutes, I started looking at her and said, do you have any experience with anything spiritual? And she goes, no. And she says, I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm actually curious. So until I sat with her energy and let it come in and realized that it wasn't skepticism, that it was curiosity, I could have totally shut down an experience thinking that I was being attacked when in fact I was just being questioned out of curiosity. So in essence, when I was done speaking to her and her partner, I thought, these people looked at me in a different way. And they looked at what I did in a different way. She says, that's not what I'd heard like spiritual people do. And I said, there are a lot of various different ways of being a spiritual person, a spiritual advisor. It's not all doom and gloom as waiting around you around the corner. I would like to help people in their spiritual path and let them make their own decisions. She says, that feels a lot better. And I said, absolutely. And it feels natural. You feel like it's natural. And she said, yeah, it feels like a natural thing to do. I said, it's because it is. It's something we've forgotten. We don't do anymore. And it was such a beautiful conversation, Pisces, that I would have shut down in fear that I was being attacked. Don't fear that. Let the love in. Let the love out. Let yourself shine. You are poetry. What you are explaining, what you believe in matters. It matters to the world. And it doesn't have to be just about spiritual matters. It can be about just the way you live your life and the things that you do in your life. All right, so we're going to continue. Like I said, whatever happens in my life happens for a reason. All is connected. Beautiful. It is. It's all connected. I feel wonderful having spoken to somebody who is now going to start looking into spirituality for themselves. I've opened a door to somebody so that they can awaken and be enlightened and find maybe more meaning in their own lives. But if I had blocked them, I wouldn't have developed this connection. So this is an example for you, Pisces. Flower spirit. I love the flower spirit, and before I read anything in the book, flowers have the stamens and I'm just pulling that word out because the stamens and the pollen and its job is to spread and grow elsewhere. It's the fruit of the plant that gets it to propagate. So if you never propagate anything, if you don't spread yourself out, if you don't shine your light, who is supposed to see it, Pisces? If you do it in fear of maybe what a couple of people over time may think or react to what you say, how are you ever going to reach the masses? Okay? You can't live in fear. Fear is just not, it's not an option. It's not an option just because you're afraid of what people think. Okay? You might be very surprised. We live in this pause that happened in the world is for people to find deeper meaning, and a lot of them are searching for it. Okay? They can be searching for it in something you're offering, something I'm saying. It could be in the various of things they're purchasing, in relationships they're building with you, but they're searching. And if you can offer something that feeds the soul as well as the body, you are offering something magnificent. You cannot block yourself from that. Okay? So the flower spirit, it's friendship, soul, tenderness, joy. This is the sensitive flower fairy, the soul of each plant, the seed. She listens with all her heart to her friends and provides a soothing caress when their edges get prickly. Oh, it's so funny because it's kind of working with that. My edges got prickly, not the other people, but it could be the other way around. By enjoying life and keeping the playfulness in her heart, she is a source of inspiration and joy. So there's the fire, and keeping the playfulness in her heart, keeping the love open. Her childlike vision helps her to see good in all things, especially herself. See the good in you. Don't doubt yourself. But I still feel this is like the seed. Don't stop the seed from going everywhere. Okay? Next up you have all is connected. Innovation, transformation, growth, and release. And of course, this one talks more of this one, but it doesn't matter. A girl sits on a tree trunk and holds leaves in her hands while others blow away in the wind. A small spider holds few leaves together with its fine filament. Even though the wind threatens to tear them apart, don't be afraid of changes. Release your fear by letting go. Change is hard and often painful, but it's the only way to grow. You may drift, but you will never lose yourself. Life goes on and nothing ends. It's reshaped into something new by the wind. Not better or worse, but different, and in that change lies wonders and openings. So gorgeous, Pisces. Such a beautiful reading, telling you to open yourself up. Open yourself up and don't be afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid. All right. So, we're going to pull a few tarot cards here because I feel I've really spoken about this, but it was important stuff. It's important stuff. It's stuff you needed to hear. Stuff you needed to hear. And you may ask, was I scared to talk about to a certain skeptic? If that person had been skeptical? Yeah, probably. Probably. I haven't done a whole bunch of like public speeches to people in person since I've started doing this. It's usually one-on-one. I usually don't talk to people who don't sought me out. But now I speak about this as a life calling, as even a career path, something that I do. So when people ask you, and they will, so what do you do? I now have to speak, and speak with pride. Not pride, but speak with conviction about my beliefs and what I do. You see, if you're a certain age, which I am, there were times when people did not, I don't know, they did not speak of those things. They didn't, it wasn't something that you announced to anybody. The Emperor. Stability. Okay, so we're going to look at the blocks. We're looking at why you're having the blocks. Because it's not the stability or the authority figures or the way that you used to think about it as before, but you have death and rebirth. We were talking about that here. Yes, the Creator Fire was talking about rebirth. The burning of the old, the rising of the new. The Emperor. It speaks of stability, power, structure, stuff of the past. The way things used to be to the way things are now. But remember, stability is within you. When you have conviction, and that's the word I was looking, when you have conviction in what you are doing, you can bring life to anything. Nine of Cups. It's making your wishes, everything that you want, making it come true. Okay? There you go, a little bit there, Pisces. So less glare. Nice. Okay. The Nine of Cups is telling you that you are making, this is personal. This is personal to you. It's very much an I thing. It's the fear of rejection. It's the fear of not being understood. It's the fear of putting yourself out there. There's so much healing to be had. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This I will put right here because I feel that it's mirroring the love, the nurturing. It's not just about when you can't nurture yourself, it's very hard to open up to other people. The Hermit card coming in. Pisces, you have to really take the time to... I want you to really develop your shine, your sparkle, and the belief in yourself, the confidence, the fire. One thing about fire signs is that I find that a lot of fire signs don't really doubt each other. They act first and talk about it later. They shine. They find... I've had a lot of fire sign friends who show me the best things in life. They find them. They cultivate it. Now, what you have to believe, the way you need to use that fire sign is that you have to believe that you are that rare bottle of wine. You have to believe that you are that exquisite restaurant that has 6 stars. You need to believe that you are that thing that people will want to be a part of. Okay, and it has nothing to do with ego. It has to do with you developing your skills of believing that you are worth. You are worth it. It's so funny. I just realized that I had put my my heart sunglasses, very cheap, but I always put them on when I just feel like I'm having a good heart day. And it's funny that the love thing, yeah, it looks like I planned it, but I didn't. They were just kind of sitting there. Knight of Swords, yeah. What you're afraid of is to rush in anywhere. You don't rush in to a lot of things. It's like you're shy of doing it. Like you've had bad experiences, so now you're like, oh, I don't really want to do that. But it's kind of telling you, go ahead and try, okay? Go ahead, shake things up a little bit. Trust your purity of intention, okay? Be sharp-minded. Be a direct communicator of what you believe in and who you are. Don't be so afraid of everything. All right, so let's get another beautiful deck here. Let me see. What do I need for you here, Pisces? What do I need? I need for you to believe that you are love. That's what I feel. I feel that your belief needs to be shored up so that you can, I don't know, walk in your own power. Let's see. Let's take the sacred forest. Let's go to the sacred forest. Oh, these are so, they're rigid. They're rigid like your emperor. Prosperity, courage, and focus.